Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest names in the NFL and also in politics. Colin Kaepernick wasn't always one to be involved in politics, but eventually, with all the police brutality going on, all the African Americans getting killed, he used his platform, and he tried to get his voice heard. He tried to get the African Americans people's voice heard. And of course, that came back to bite him in the long run. Colin Kaepernick was adopted at 5 months old by Teresa and Rick Kaepernick. His father wasn't in his life, and his mother couldn't take care of him by herself. So she gave him up for adoption. And of course, being that he's an African American raised by two white people, he faced a lot of bullying in school. His parents always stood strong for the fact that they're raising an African American kid, and they were prepared, of course, of the backlash that they were going to receive for it. But Colin Kaepernick went on to play in college for the University of Reno, where he was originally supposed to play safety. But after the quarterback was injured, he went on to play, took his position, and just had an amazing season. From there, he went on to be their starter. And after that, in 2011, he got drafted in the NFL by the San Francisco 49ers. He got drafted as a quarterback and was the backup quarterback for Alex Smith. Now, he wasn't always the backup quarterback. Eventually, when Alex Smith was injured due to a concussion, Colin Kaepernick came in and took his spot. And after that, he showed that he has a lot of potential, that he's an amazing person all around in terms of running, passing the ball, playmaking. He showed a huge effort. So after that, they ended up giving the position of the starting quarterback to Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick went on to play amazingly, won 2 Super Bowls, had an MVP, and then in the preseason of 2016, Colin Kaepernick did something that shocked the world. He took a knee in the middle of the national anthem, and the world went crazy. They were confused. Now, you may wonder why he went ahead and did that. So, San Francisco PD ended up killing Mario Woods, who was an African-American man who was shot 5 times in the back. Colin Kaepernick saw that the world was enraged and took his platform and went ahead and took a knee. That pretty much showed a sign of disrespect to the country. Now, I don't believe it is, but most people thought it was. Most people believe that flag is what brings us all together as a nation. And the people are saying that Colin Kaepernick just stepped all over that. Colin Kaepernick went on to lose many endorsement deals. He went on to lose his starting position. He started to focus more on politics, less than about football, which is sort of what killed his career a bit. But after that, Colin Kaepernick was released by the 49ers in 2018. Being that he was released, Colin Kaepernick went incognito. No one's heard from him. But then eventually in 2020, when George Floyd was killed, many people saw that Colin Kaepernick had a point, and then they started to follow in his footsteps. Nike gave him an endorsement deal, and being that Colin Kaepernick did what he did back in 2016, many people looked down on Nike for it. And Nike had a huge hit, facing a 3% drop in their stock. But of course, celebrities stood behind them throughout the whole thing. And once people saw that celebrities were standing behind them, more people started gathering around and started understanding what it really is. Colin Kaepernick had a shoe deal with Nike after the incident, and he even had a jersey, all-black jersey, after the incident, of course, through Nike. When that happened, people started to follow in his footsteps more, and he actually came out and made an interview. He had an interview where he explained everything, what he wants to do. He wants to make change in the world. And of course, it caught the eye of Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner. When that caught his attention, he apologized and said that we should have listened to Colin Kaepernick a lot earlier. Of course, that would have been more helpful at the time, where if the NFL got behind the whole situation as as and as a unit, it would have helped bring a stop to police brutality. Not completely, but it would have made a difference. So now what's currently going on is people are wanting Colin Kaepernick to get signed to an NFL team so he can continue to get his voice heard through the NFL, through on national TV, through an audience. And basically that's what I have to say about Colin Kaepernick. Thank you.